Welcome to my channel where I review or talk about movies and TV shows. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why Palm Springs is one of the best. Honestly, this is my own opinion about the movie, and if you want to give your own opinion, then write it down at the comment section below. Now, why I think Palm Springs is one of the best. The Adam Sandberg and Kristen Milioti movie is filled with great humor and heart. And why is that? Well, in order to understand my rambling, I should do a short recap. In this movie, we meet a character named Niles who wakes up in one of his loops, while a wedding is about to happen later that afternoon. Yes, the movie already starts off where the main character is already in the time loop. He does his daily routine, and during a wedding reception, he meets a girl named Sarah and he gets her attention by doing a wedding speech that should have been hers, but she was unprepared. Sarah and Niles bond with each other and the two hook up. They were interrupted after Niles is shot by an arrow in the back by a guy named Roy, played by J.K. Simmons. It is later shown to us that he is also stuck in the loop, same as Niles. Sarah follows Niles and Roy, and she herself ends up in the loop. Sarah is of course weirded out by this, and she does majority of her first time in the loop finding a way out, but Sarah eventually gave up and she and Niles do all sorts of crazy and dangerous shenanigans. The two would later on hook up again, but in a much more romantic way, after they both share stories of their past life. Sarah can't stay in the loop forever though, as it's been revealed to us that she's been sleeping with her sister's fiancé before their wedding, and she would later on act insecure towards Niles and hits Roy with a car. Niles would later on reveal that he has hooked up with her a couple of times, and she leaves Niles to find a way out of the loop. Niles was left all alone while Sarah studies her way out of the loop. Sarah does find a way out and Niles is hesitant on leaving the loop, but he eventually decides to leave. The pair did leave the loop, and it would later on be confirmed in a post-credit scene. And that is my short recap of the movie. The movie is already great as it doesn't start off with an over-explanation on how Niles got into the loop. And yes, it does tell us later via Sarah, but again it does not over-explain itself, which is good. Now the use of its soundtrack is really good, but I really can't play it though due to copyright reasons. I really like how they do the montage scenes. It really shows us the fun things you can do in a time loop when you're with someone else instead of being all alone. The movie has great humor and dialogue, and the way it uses it really works in my opinion. The movie is not only filled with great humor, but also rich in emotions, mainly Niles and Sarah's relationship throughout the movie. And the way it also explores loneliness is somewhat relatable in my opinion, as when Sarah left Niles, you really feel the loneliness that Niles had to went through before he got Sarah in the loop. Especially when you realize how Niles even got into the loop in the first place. After he was ignored, his girlfriend cheated on him the night of someone's wedding, or just being called Misty's boyfriend by Sarah's family members and friends. And as I've said, Sarah and Niles did leave the loop, but when you watch the movie yourself, you do feel somewhat of an ambiguity whether they left or basically went into another time loop, but I'm so glad that the post-credit scene answered it all, and it just means that the movie is just that good. And overall, a great movie with good comedy, emotions, storytelling, and heart. I've got to be honest, yeah, I haven't watched too much time loop movies, except for the Happy Death Day movies and I guess Doctor Strange, mainly the ending. And ignoring all that, I just think that Palm Springs does something different that really makes the movie great. Maybe because I like how the movie is very touching. It's fun to watch, and overall I just like this movie. And to anyone who wants to watch something, I would highly recommend Palm Springs. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video of me just spurting another random nonsense. And take care, and I will see you all in the next one.